for a 10-second high, that's all we've got left is memories, videos, and photographs. Anybody in here know Corey? Got a few back here. He set records in his school in wrestling. He was a great kid. If you didn't get the pleasure of knowing him, that was his life. Give me a few minutes. This is a little bit hard, especially after watching that video. I can't see you guys now, but I can read the letters. He was huffing off a can of air. Has anybody ever heard doing that? Anybody? Come on, I really can't see. You got to move your hands a little bit now because I took my glasses off. You're all just a blur. He had two other boys in the car with him. They were there. It was about, I think it was 5:45 in the morning when the accident happened. He had put that can of air in his mouth and inhaled off of it, and then he blacked out. It was between Washington and Vincennes on Highway 50 at the county line. He went down the median, hit the embankment, flew 119 feet, and they found him in 15 feet of water 4 hours later. The other two boys did get out. That man stopped, we helped my son, died in the process off a 10-second high. The decisions you make or what you put in your body will affect you the rest of your life, whether you know it or not. If you don't think it will affect you, this has affected tons of people. There's a man out there now that has lost his life, and when he did that, he left behind 3 sons and a wife, and countless family members. You have really got to think about what you do. School's pretty dang hard as it is. You don't need to complicate it. The first time you huff off of something, you can kill yourself. Your brain can overload, your heart can overload, it shuts down, you're done. There's no coming back from it. And it's just a can of air. Who would have thought? I'm going to ask a silly question. I wouldn't answer it, you don't have to. Has anybody in here ever tried it? Anybody? Huffing off anything. Gasoline, glue, anything. Get a little buzz from standing close when somebody's pumping gas. You got to steer clear of it. This was more what I was going to talk about was huffing, but it's changed a little bit because a month ago, my niece, it was at my son's funeral. They found her up in Indianapolis dead. She ate 2 pain patches. She had had a pill addiction for a while. So now our family's been slapped twice with losing somebody. My mom and dad have lost 2 grandkids in 5 years because of decisions that were made. When she was a great kid. She was a cheerleader, very popular, tried to fit in. So as she was trying to fit in, she took what pills they had, and it destroyed her. She's been fighting this since high school. She was 25 when she died. She was with people when she died, and nobody called to help her for 7 to 8 hours after she died. The party continued. People went along doing their thing. They just didn't know because she just passed out. The decisions you make will affect you and everyone around you. It may not immediately affect everybody around you, but coming up into your fall break, really pay attention to what you do. Talk each other out of doing this stuff. Don't talk each other into it. It only takes one really good, forceful person to say, don't do this. It doesn't matter what drug you want to play with, or the alcohol. It can all still kill you the first time you do it, whether you like it or not. And if not, you could be addicted to it or suffer permanent brain damage. How many out here think that's worth a little bit of high? Next time you think about doing it, you should have been at his funeral. If you weren't, the pain on people's faces. If you're willing to put the people through that kind of pain, go ahead. But I don't think you are. If you care about each other whatsoever. Where's my, let's see, what we got, 8th, 9th, and 10th in here? Where's 10th grade? Wow, you're scattered. Your job is to make sure that the 10th grade don't do, or the 9th grade don't do it. Your job is to make sure 8th grade don't do it, and all the way down the line. They will listen to you, may not feel like it. I know it didn't feel like he ever listened to me, but he did. Does anybody have any questions? Nobody at all? Maybe I should put my glasses back on. Now, does anybody have any questions? I can see you. No? Miss Kelly?
Yeah.
She in here? I guess that's all I've got for this group.
I guess my question would be, if you summed it up, what would be the one thing that, I know you said for these kids to talk to the people below them and to say no, or be the one strong person to say no. But of all the terrible heartache you've been through, Mr. Willis, and your family, has there been one thing come to the surface other than just, just
With Corey, there wasn't. I knew he was smoking pot, of course. It seems like every kid out there is doing it at one time or another. I didn't know anything else about it. I never thought about helping. So with him, no, his friends in the car did tell him one time not to do it. They didn't push him hard because they just hit off the can too, so he was going to think about it. With Tabitha, when she left rehab, she'd been clean almost 90 days. And when she left that place, she just made the choice to use instead of reach out for help.
thank you so much.
Thank you.